Alright, boss, this is a battle of attrition. Eliminate all enemy forces.
Titanfall 1. You know, a lot of people always have fond memories of the very first game they play, and that's especially true with me. And with me constantly playing Apex Legends and just, you know, still enjoying the crap out of that game despite how stale it's getting, I wanted to look back and figure out where my roots were and tell you guys how and why I got into this game and how it basically sealed my gaming future with the FPS genre. So, no scripts, no nothing, just simple commentary, awesome gameplay in the background. Let's get into the story. So it was way back right around 2014. Me and my brother got the original Xbox One at launch, on launch day, over the PS4 because that was our decision. And so a year later, we heard stories about this new and exciting game that was supposed to be rivaling Call of Duty. We didn't really know exactly what it would be at the time, but what we did know was that there was former Call of Duty developers that joined to create a new studio, which would now be known as Respawn. And so what Respawn ended up creating in late 2014 was Titanfall, a game that centered around fast-paced combat in conjunction with mechanized warfare, aka the Titans. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Titanfall, or just living under a rock essentially, how the Titans worked in that game is you would control it with, you know, whatever you were using, like a PC or console. You would control it, you would board it, and you would face other players in 1v1 or many other cases 1v2, 1v3 situations with these robots. And that you can have many different options for weapons, how to defend yourself, how to boost up their abilities, although they have a limited slot of ability selections. That way it wouldn't be too crazy. And there were 3 classes of Titans to choose from: the Strider, the Ogre, and the Atlas. The Strider being the fastest of the bunch, the Ogre being the slowest of the bunch but tanking up the most shots, and the Atlas being, of course, in the middle of the 2. Or 3, sorry. So, with this all in mind, this new fresh take on the FPS genre with wall running, double jumping, incredible new invisibility, just so much going for them. What could possibly have gone wrong? Well, to put it simply, there just wasn't enough to sustain the game. Now, there was everything enough to sustain the game as far as how fun it was. There was every little bit of fun in this game, with some exceptions. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Smart Pistol. Please never freaking join any other game related to Respawn ever again. But other than that, other than those minor gripes, there was every little bit of fun to be had while playing this game, and most certainly, I had fun with this game. Which, obviously, if I didn't, I wouldn't be making this video. Despite my initial stubbornness, as, you know, the little stubborn, idiotic version of me decided, you know what, let's not give this game a try until, like, you know, I watch my brother play it, you know, because that's a smart idea. That's definitely not making me seem like a brat, you know? So, it was after me watching my brother play it that I decided to get into it myself, overcome my stubbornness and try it myself. And the very second I played the game, I instantly got hooked. But why? Well, to put it simply, it was just, like I said before, fun and also balanced. It just brought such a unique take on the maps and the way that combat was, the way that combat flowed was just pretty much nearly perfect. There was very little that you could say otherwise that didn't make it as amazing as possible. And other games out there, especially the Call of Duty franchise nowadays, have tried many times now to replicate Titanfall just based off of how incredible and how crisp its movement system was. And many times, and I say many times because they've tried it in 2 different installments, they haven't gotten even close to how precise and how amazing the feel for Titanfall games are. And so, with the player count dwindling down in late 2014, I was hopeful that there would be a sequel, and many people were doubting that there would ever be a sequel, despite, due to its, somewhat mediocre run as far as sales numbers go. Then came along the announcement in mid to late 2016 when a developer at Respawn tweeted out that there might be a future installment being in the works. And surely enough, later on in 2017, we got it. Now, Titanfall 2, I'm just gonna say it straight up, is the most underrated game of this current gen. The most underrated first-person shooter game of this generation. There is nothing that even comes close. Absolutely nothing. The way its combat flows, the level of balance, the amount of replayability value, the amazing single-player campaign that people asked for, it was basically a treat for the fans who stuck around and played Titanfall and were like, yeah, let's see some more from you guys. You guys have potential. It was basically just like, it was like that feeling that your mother may get when you hand her a box of chocolates. That's basically what it felt like. I mean, sure, of course, there were some balancing issues at the start. It wasn't perfect. But then again, no game is. But the thing that made Titanfall 2 and Titanfall 1 just so special is that they catered more to the fans and what they had to say more than actual profits and trying to get a game out as quickly as possible. They didn't care. They wanted to make a game. They had a vision and they went for it. No funny business, no sponsorship deals, no funky licensing rights, no nada. Just simple, nice clean multiplayer game, $60. Go ahead and play it and have a blast. That's what they wanted from us. And we did. But there was just one problem though. Titanfall 2 was smack in the middle of the release dates between two juggernauts, Call of Duty and Battlefield. Call of Duty in the form of Infinite Warfare, which would go on to be one of the most disliked Call of Duties in history, and Battlefield 1. I honestly thought that this game would be one of the top selling games of all time. I really did. The way it felt, every ounce of the gameplay just felt right. Like, there were some annoyances. We didn't have the burn card system that I truly enjoyed from the first game in replacement for a more traditional power-up system, which was annoying, but we still got over it. And there were some balancing issues, but guess what? The developers listened. And that's what makes Respawn special, is that they listen and they care. It's not like they're never artificial. When they say things because they want us to know what's going on with them. They want us to know what they've got in store for us. They don't want to just wait. And so that's basically how I got into these games. I just got into them based off of just how replayable they were, just based off of me finally letting my stubbornness go after watching my brother play on the Xbox this just truly amazing game, and I took it for a spin myself. And now here I am playing Rainbow Six Siege, Apex Legends. I have played Overwatch an extensive amount before I decided to leave, and I've played also obviously Titanfall 2 and 1. I've played Destiny, and What can I say? It's all because of just this one title and one single studio who decided, you know what? Let's try something else. That's all they wanted, and I couldn't have asked for anything more. I hope you all are having an awesome day. I hope you enjoyed listening to this fun little story, and before I go, Respawn, if on the off chance that you'll be watching this video, the very small off chance, I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, I know that people, especially right now with Apex Legends, people are impatient, but for the love of God, take your time. Make the best freaking product you can. Don't listen to the people who want things as simple as possible and just want things now. They're not worth it. They never are worth it. Look at the people who say that, and look at the developers who fulfill their wishes. Look at how the games turn out. This is JustAlpha, and hey, I shall see you next time.